Hi everyone and welcome to my channel Curly and Yarny. My name is Milena and in today's video I want to show you how I did the pickup stick pattern inside of this Christmas inspired table runner. So let's get started. So today's video is part of a three-part series in which I will be sharing everything there is to know about this table runner project. So I've already released one video in which I talk about the weaving of the project, so kind of the general idea of the project. And in today's video we will focus mainly on the pickup stick pattern. Then you can join me next week to learn more about how I made the Christmas trees over here. So if you have missed the first video in which I show the weaving of the project, I highly recommend watching it before watching this one. So I will put a link in the description of this video, but also right here, so it will be easy for you to just go and check it out. For most of the project, I am weaving with this yarn here. So this is 8-2 cotton from Maurice Brassard, and I've singled it while I was weaving the project. So during the project, I often refer to it as my main weft yarn or as my primary weft yarn or any other synonym, meaning that this is the yarn that I use the most during the project. Which leads me to present to you the yarn I'm going to use for the pickup stick pattern, which is this yarn here. So it's not the same yarn. This one is 8-4 cotton from Hobby. So I've decided to go with 8-4 cotton because it is thicker than the 8-2 cotton. So I really wanted with this yarn to actually be thicker and pop out more inside of the pattern. So I would often refer to it either as the brown yarn or maybe as a supplementary weft, as it is just a yarn that I've added simply for the pickup stick pattern, and after that I don't weave with it. Also, all of the yarns I'm using today will be linked in the description of this video, so you can also check it out if ever you wanted to get the same yarn. So first of all, let's get the loom ready for the pickup stick pattern. So the first step is to put the heddle into the down position. Then, using my pickup stick, I did a pattern of pick one, skip one, pick one, skip one. And if you remember well, I have doubled my warp into my heddle. So here's more information about what I mean by pick one, skip one. One thing to note is that when I say pick one, skip one, I'm talking about the double threads. So I am picking up, when I say pick one, I'm actually picking up two threads that are together inside of the same slot. Then I am skipping two threads that are together in the same slot, and so on. So I am not splitting the threads that I doubled. Those for me now are kind of one. They would always be together, so I'm not slipping them and like picking through them really. I'm picking them or skipping them as a whole. Alright, so now we can start this. When I weave on my rigid heddle loom, I like to always have my shuttle on the left side when I am in the up shed, and always start my pick on the right side when I am in the down shed. It's maybe a bad habit that I have nurtured over time, but this is helpful for me when doing this kind of pattern where I'm going to play around with two shuttles. So sometimes I'm not sure in which shed I should be weaving my next pick. So depending on where my shuttle is, if it's on the right or on the left, I know where to start with it. So now it is on the left, so it is in the up position. So I will put my heddle into the up position, but I will not weave my pick with this shuttle yet. I'm actually going to weave my first pickup stick. So I will take my pickup stick and slide it behind my heddle so that the threads that were picked up are actually being hired by the pickup stick. So I throw my shuttle in. We'll beat that. And then back into the up position. I'll keep the pickup stick there simply because I want to fix this end into the same shed. And since this yarn is pretty big, I'm going to do a split method. So I will put my heddle into the up position. I don't need my pickup stick because I want this to be a normal pick, so I slid my pickup stick further away on the back beam and I weave my first pick of natural color of the primary weft yarn. This way I bead. Now for the second pickup stick pattern, I will put my heddle into the neutral position and I would slid my pickup stick towards me and I will lift my pickup stick behind the heddle. So now the threads that I have picked up with it are now lifted, and those are the only threads that are lifted. So I take back my shuttle and I throw it in. I can push it back, I can bead, and I am ready for my next pick. So my next pick will be a normal pick. So I put my heddle into the down position because I see that my shuttle with my primary color is on the right. So on the right I know that I am in the down position, and so I throw it in. Now I can go back into the up position and I will be weaving another pickup stick. I will slid the pickup stick towards me and now it is lifting the threads, so I can throw my shuttle in. And I need to fix this thread with one normal pick, so I slid my pickup stick till the back. I don't need that anymore. I'm taking my shuttle. In case I'm not sure where I am at, am I in the up or down position? My shuttle is on the left, so I am in the up position. And just like that, we have woven the first part of the pickup stick pattern. So now I'm going to weave 8 picks of a normal plain weave in order to reach the second part of the pattern. So let's just weave away. And I don't want to have to cut the brown thread and have to retie it every time that I'm doing the pattern while I'm working the pickup stick pattern. So I'm going to have this thread follow the edge until the next time I need it. I would not do that if I were weaving like 20 picks, but since it's only 8 picks, I don't mind so much. So here it is on the right side, so I'm going to zoom in a little bit so that you can see better. So what I'm going to do with my my white weft yarn, I'm actually just going to go underneath the brown yarn like this, and this has for effect that my yarn is grabbing onto it. So it is like it just looped a little bit around it. So I am going to weave my pick now. It will show a little bit on the final effect, but really not that much, and I prefer that to having to cut, then weave in, then cut again, put in, so a bit less of a hassle for me. So here again with my shuttle, I go underneath the thread to make sure that it will be grabbed like this. And now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so 2 more picks. So I am ready to move on to the second part of the pattern. So I am going to weave the first pick in the pickup stick pattern. So I am in the up position, I am sliding my pickup stick closer to the heddle, and then I am throwing my shuttle in. Alright, so the first pickup stick is done. Then I'm going to weave 3 picks of normal plain weave. So now I am in the up position because my shuttle is on the left, so I can throw it in. And now I'm doing another pick with the pickup stick, but this time I put my heddle in the neutral position and I slid my pickup stick towards it, and I need to flip it on its side in order to do the pick. So it needs to be on the edge of the pickup stick. This way only the picks that were picked up by it are now lifted, and I can throw my shuttle in. And I put my heddle into the down position, and I will weave 1 normal pick. Now I beat, I put my heddle back into neutral, and I push the pickup stick towards me, flip it, and another pick. And for this pick, especially on this side of the project, I will need to grab onto the last thread of my warp with my shuttle. So if I were not to do this, the thread actually has nothing to grab onto, because the last pick I did was in the down position, and the threads lifted here are also in the down position. So it's kind of like the mechanics of the warp and weft. So I simply need to grab onto this thread, so I simply wanted to go around it. Here I only have to put my shuttle underneath it. Don't worry, I will show that later on with a closer look. Here I throw it in to the shed once it's underneath, and here my thread is secured by the edge, so I can flip this back, beat. So now I'm going to go into the up position and weave 1 pick of normal weft into the up position. And now I am back into the neutral position. I flip the shuttle on its side. I take my shuttle with the brown yarn and I throw that in. On this side of the project, it's actually easier to manage the selvage, so the yarn has had something to grab onto. I'll show you a later on closer. So for this side, I don't really have to manage a selvage. I can just do business as usual. When you will weave your project, you will probably notice it very easily which selvage you will need to grab onto the last thread. So we're almost done with this part of the pattern. So now my shuttle is on the left, so I am ready to weave 1 pick into the up position. And I'm actually going to do 2 picks. So 1, and then 1 pick in the down position. Oh, not the right shuttle. Not yet. Be patient, it's your turn very soon. Now I go back into the up position. Now I am ready to weave my last pickup stick of this small sequence. So I will push the pickup stick towards me. And just like that, we have done the second part of the pattern. This was the hardest part, the chunkiest part. And so now we can weave 8 picks of plain weave. And it's easy, it's the same as the first one. So I'm going to put my heddle into the up position. I need to slide my pickup stick behind it. So this would make like the smallest kind of dot, as we can see already woven on the project. So I throw my shuttle in. Then I am going to weave 1 pick into the up position. So 1 normal pick. Then I put my heddle into the neutral position. I slid the pickup stick behind it, flip it. I do 1 pick with my brown yarn. Then into the down position. Back into the up position, I slid my pickup stick towards me, and this is the last pickup stick of this whole sequence. So let's have fun. So the only thing I have left to do is simply cut the yarn and fix it, and then that is done. All the details about this pickup stick pattern will be provided on my website, and I will leave a link in the description down below. So this is it. Now you know everything there is to know about the pickup stick pattern inside of my table runner. Thank you so much for being here with me today, and see you soon for the weaving of the Christmas trees. Bye bye!